Hey everybody, it's Jen from ScanNCut Jam Sessions. We're going to go delve a little bit deeper into the break apart because a lot of people are still having issues with getting everything kind of into where they need to have the pieces and all of that, and how to cut it apart with a knife. All that good stuff. Okay. Let's bring this up to, let's try. Let's keep bringing it up. Alright, let's make sure the edges. Nope, too much. Update. Okay. Get rid of this. Alright, so we come up here to Object, and we click Break Apart. Come over here, Show Outlines Only. Okay, so let's send everything else. Let's make a couple pages. And when you click this, you can just hit Enter. So click it, hit Enter. Enter. Okay. Let's start paring this down. That's the orange, so we'll send the orange to page 4. Okay. This white one we'll make page 2. Okay. This will be the black. No, I wonder if I can capture those or if I'll end up with... Nope, that should work. Capture both of those. We'll send those to page 3. Okay. And I think even that little piece, I think I'll want that black. So we'll send that to page 3. So what I'm doing here is I'm making the color layers. So when you go to cut it, you can cut your layers by page. And that's orange, black, white. So this page 5 is going to be whatever opposite color your chevron is going to be. And I'm thinking more than likely whatever color that wing is going to be too. So let's send to page 5. Okay. Yep, that's correct. Okay. Alright, so that is how you will go about with this owl, breaking this one apart. It's fairly easy. So the bottom piece is the one that will control the color of, the opposite part of the chevron. I'll grab another file and see if we can't figure out, because some of them can get very difficult to do. Okay, now here's one that someone had asked me to help them with. Now remember, this is a copyrighted item. However, some places, let's say that own the copyright to this, will say that if it's for personal use, that it's okay. So, I guess use extreme caution with this. Don't abuse it. That is why they put such strict regulations on us. It's because people do abuse these. People will pull them off the internet. They will trace them in just like this. They will get them all dialed up, and then they sell them, which is illegal. Okay, but this one, you can come on in here. You can break it apart. You can. Let's start making our little pages here. And you can start sending this stuff. I know these look like little Twinkies, so that'll be yellow. We'll make our yellow page number 2. and this is yellow. And remember, when you send these to the other pages, they stay in the exact same spot on those other pages. So if you move the thing that's on page 1 or increase the size, you got to increase it on the other pages too. Okay, but do you see what's happening here? You just lost your suspenders. Alright? You don't know where those suspenders are now, because what was on page 2, that helped make the suspenders. Alright? And it also helped make the goggles. So this is very hard to do. Let's say you want to make a rhinestone file, a vinyl file, things like that. It becomes very hard to do, to just trace it in and break it apart. Because what you'll have to do then is you'll have to come in here and you'll have to start connecting these nodes and drawing lines. Alright? Because the lines aren't there. They're made up by these colors that you had to separate, you know, because you have to put, you know, the colors on different pages because you want to make different designs with them. So that's where it becomes kind of crazy when you're doing, just pulling things straight off the internet. You have to be very careful, or you have to be willing to grab the pen tool and come in here and say, okay, you know, I want to design, I want my line to go from point A to point B, and then you have to, you know, draw it. But sometimes, like right now, you know, I'm trying to connect this dot, and it's just not wanting to do it. Well, look, I'm holding it, and it's not working. Well, you know, you can use the pencil too, but I don't draw very straight, uniform lines. Look at that. That doesn't look very good. And yes, you know, the smoothness, I did, you know, oops, did put my smoothness up a bit, but it can get very difficult. So what I recommend to people is, you know, try to find a legal way, or a legal avenue to purchase an SVG for things like this. You know, they're only a couple bucks. Go ahead and do it that way. It's going to save you a lot of stress when you need to do a file. Alright guys, so that's break apart, and then your pages. This is how you will go about doing it. You know, if you feel that you can do it, that's good and great. This is how you do it. But in situations like this, this is what you can end up with, something that's not going to cooperate with you. And in all cases, follow the copyright laws, please. Alright guys, thanks a lot. Have a good day. If you have any further questions, just give me a holler over at ScanNCut Canvas and SCAL Help on Facebook.